Do you want to know what are the 7 sounds that we have not been hearing anymore since we've been living in Australia? Well, then keep watching. Hey there everyone, and welcome back to Chamonix TV, and this is episode 111 already. Can you believe it? Where has the time gone? We are going to share with you today the 7 sounds that we have not been hearing since we've been living in Australia for the last, how many years?
17
years already. But before we jump in, I want to make sure that you are aware of Migration Made Easy, which is our signature our signature online course. And it is the only and the best community on the internet if you're interested in moving to Australia. It's a place where you will speed up your migration efforts and just enhance your chances of being successful in coming over to this incredible country that we have been fortunate to call home, as I said, for how many years?
17
17 years. But remember, the doors will only be open for a limited time. So if you want to know when that's going to happen, hop onto www.chamonixtv.com.au/waitlist to sign up, because you don't want to miss a thing and you want to know when the doors are open. All right, let's jump into the episode. All right, let's dive in. Here are the 7 things that we no longer hear since we've been living in Australia. And this is my better half, Carl, and he'll start off.
So we don't hear these things either not at all or not often. So number 1 on the list is dogs barking. So yes, you do hear dogs barking. There's plenty of dogs here. You actually see more dogs here than what I used to see in South Africa, but you don't hear them mostly, unless you go to a dog park. But at home and walking the streets.
Yes, they're rather quiet. And the second thing that we don't hear much of are tooters. Hooters. I don't know, it's the same thing, a tooter or a hooter. Not the same.
We'll stick with tooters.
Maybe it's an Afrikaans word. I don't know. Tooters. Anyway, that sound that
you blow your horn. You get the drift. The thing that taxis do often.
That sound that cars make. We just don't hear that much over here. You know, it's when you drive in South Africa, the sound of a horn blowing is something that's like synonymous with being on the road. The taxis like to use it, as you will know if you live in South Africa.
Yeah.
It's like they see somebody walking next to the road.
It must be Morse code or something.
It's like, hey, do you want to have a lift? They want to know if they should stop for you.
I wonder if there's like a sequence, certain number of.
Oh, that might be.
Toot means certain number of seats. No, not that one.
And then if you're at a robot, as we say in South Africa, or in Australia, we call it a traffic light. We don't hear people hooting for each other, like, no. Oh, sorry, tooting.
No, if you hear it here, it's almost like an event. It's like you get everybody's attention. Whereas like we used to be in the old days, it's just like somebody. That's
true. So not much tutors happening. What's the third one?
Moving on from that one. Alarms. Now, I'm not talking about your wake up alarm, your alarm clock. Alarms like in car alarms, house alarms. Sometimes you get a fire alarm, but that's about it. Not much alarms.
And the other sound that goes along with alarms?
Activating the alarms.
Yeah, because people very seldom have alarms at home.
Can you still remember what we asked when we bought our first car?
I feel quite embarrassed, actually.
Yeah, we asked them, so does it come with everything? Does it come with an alarm? And is it like...
Here in Australia, the first car we bought in Australia.
Yeah. And the guy said, what do you need an alarm for? He's like, the car doesn't have an alarm? I was like, no.
Yeah.
Cars don't come with alarms. Well, some do have it. Some do have it.
Yeah, but it's just not. I don't know.
That one didn't, but no. The Nissan does,
Yes.
and the Jeep did as well.
But-
Besides the point. Sorry,
Yeah, it's
I
just
ambushed the episode.
it's okay. you know that thing that you go that kind of sound. Yeah, it's just not needed. And if it has an alarm, it's built in the car, and it's like you hardly ever hear any alarms go off in Australia. If an alarm goes off, everybody looks. It's like, oh, what's happening? And then the fourth thing that we hardly ever hear here in Australia is people snorting. And I say snorting because I don't really know what to call it anything else. It's like that really ugly, deep snort. I'm not going to do it. No, you were waiting for it, weren't you? You were probably waiting, thinking, is my wife going to make that sound? No, I won't. I'll be polite. But you know that sound that you make, that deep snort, not sniffing, not like a...
No, not the hay fever. Not the hay
Yeah,
fever
not
one.
the sneezes that our little girl has at the moment, who's just around in the background somewhere. You know, that really deep, rude kind of snort? Yeah, that one? Yeah. Luckily, we don't hear much of that here in Australia at all. And the fifth one?
Click sound. Now, I can't speak Xhosa at all, but the
Xhosa.
yeah, that one I can't do. I can. That's the extent of mine. I can do.
Ooh. Somebody wants some brownie points.
Yes, I mean Xhosa, or like on a horse.
Calling a horse and riding a horse.
So yeah, done.
And the sound of is quite often in South Africa followed by the word "esh." So it's like "esh," and then the shake of the head. So that we don't hear often, but yeah, just that sound of dismay, of being upset or annoyed at something.
Yeah, it's like
and the shaking of the head.
Like a trademark in South Africa, where here it's like.
You don't hear that sound at all.
It's
people
foreign.
don't it's not a sound that people, it's just don't hear it at all. Then the sixth sound that we very seldom hear is people who whistle really loudly, or just like whistling to get attention, not like just going about singing a song kind of whistling, like calling,
getting attention.
Yes, and that special one that you do here when you're trying to park your car in South Africa, and for some reason it's almost like you can't park your car without somebody standing behind the car. I need to have where's something to sway around where I can use this, that where they like
flag you down
and show you where to. I can't whistle either. So how they whistle, and then they tell you where to reverse into and how to park your car. I'm sure you're laughing, falling off your seats at how really silly not being able to make that sound. But yeah, we just don't hear that. And how sometimes when the people would wash your car, they would also be doing like a nice whistle in South Africa. Yeah, it's just not a sound that we hear here anymore.
You'll hear it on the farms, the cattle farms, but it's different.
Yes, that's not the kind of whistle I'm talking about.
No. Then the last one is sort of assume.
You don't have to assume.
Well, but we don't know what it sounds like necessarily. Well, we do, because we use one. The sound of generators. Because I assume there's lots of generators going around now with
we know
with load shedding and the likes.
We don't assume, yeah.
We know what it sounds like because we had one on our trip, and it's very distinct.
What trip?
The trip.
Oh, if you haven't seen it yet, go and check it out. It's called 100 Sunsets. It's on this channel.
They're not all there yet.
It's called 100 Sunsets. I didn't say there are 100 videos.
It will be.
Of that series. But yes, the sound of generators. Unfortunately for our lovely folk living in South Africa, you guys have been dealing with load shedding far too long. And from what we understand is that you hear the sound of generators far too often. And I really sympathize with you, because that's not the way life should be. Okay? You should not be living
soon
with
there will
that.
be lots of generators in Europe too.
Anyway.
You know.
So yeah, apart from obviously at campsites where you know, if you go camping, you could hear a generator potentially. You're in Australia.
Yeah,
but even
it's
then,
not that common though.
It's not
on our trip. It was few and far between.
Yeah.
Actually, it's only like real. There's almost nobody there. Somebody might switch it on, but as soon as there's a few campers, then they tend to not use it.
That's true. So yeah, those are our 7 sounds that we hardly ever or very seldom hear now that we have been living in Australia for quite a while. And we would actually love to hear from you now. So let us know in the comments below. Firstly, if you already live in Australia, what are the sounds that you don't hear anymore that you can think of? And secondly, if you are still living in South Africa and you're on your way to Australia, or you would like to be on your way to Australia, what is that 1 or 2 sounds that you won't be missing once you've made the big move over?
Yeah, and obviously we're not talking about animal noises and stuff like that.
That's true. Yes. So
one thing I do not miss is a kiwi.
Did it keep you awake? Did it annoy you?
Yeah, the kiwi can be loud, but then again, there's a lot of crows here that's equally annoying.
So animals we didn't bring into the equation, because obviously we get different kinds of animals between the 2 countries, and things that's specific to a language, of course. We did mention Xhosa, but the Xhosa sound, that is not just because you're speaking Xhosa, because I can't speak Xhosa and we were all using it. So, but yeah, those are our sounds. So we'd love to hear from you. Put it in the comments below and share what are those sounds that you either won't be missing, will miss, or are already missing if you live in Australia now.
Or don't miss anymore.
Or don't miss anymore. That's right. Yeah. So anyone of those
we're a channel of options.
Opportunities, options. So yeah, so remember that if you would like to come and live this incredible dream life here in Australia, and you want to reach that dream life faster and land your first Aussie job sooner, then you got to come and enjoy our Migration Made Easy membership.
Yeah, you have the option to join.
the opportunity, the optionunity. Oh, I'm gonna get myself here in a deep hole. I'm just gonna stop now. And come and join us in Migration Made Easy when the doors open again. But in order for you to know when the doors open, you will have to register yourself on our waitlist and hop onto chamonixtv.com.au/waitlist, so that you can secure your place in the most amazing online community, where we will help you every step of the way and hold your hand, essentially almost help you onto the aeroplane to come into Australia. If we could, I would. So thanks for coming back each week. Really appreciate you supporting the channel, and I hope that you will hit that subscribe button so that you never miss an episode, or come and laugh at, you know, some of us. Okay, you don't have to laugh at him because he's just, you know, he doesn't make mistakes like me and put his foot in. But we'd love to see you come back, and remember to design the one life that you have to make it worth your while. All right, we'll see you in the next video. Bye.